Now, Storm Watch 12 weather with meteorologist Josh Culbreth.
Welcome back to News Watch 12 midday, and we got a lot to talk about because of this storm system right here, which is bringing some very light rain and snow showers to the area along and west of the Cascades. But radar is going to look a whole lot more active than that a little bit later today. So we'll go ahead and put it into motion with Stormcast, and come time for dinner time, I think the moisture that we're seeing along the coast is going to get a lot heavier, which means that once this gets into some of our inland areas, we're going to see some very heavy snowfall. So that's exactly what we're going to see this evening into the overnight hours, and it's going to be this time frame here. So from right around midnight as we transition into Tuesday and then into Tuesday morning. This is going to be the peak time frame for some of the heaviest snowfall, for some of the strongest wind gusts, and this is probably when we're going to have some of the worst travel. So this commute up and down Interstate 5 tomorrow morning, it's going to be a very rough and dangerous go of it, and we're looking at some potential snowfall totals on Interstate 5 that could potentially shut it down in portions of Jackson and Siskiyou County and in Shasta County too. So we're going to be watching that very closely this evening, and then as we head into tomorrow morning. Now for tomorrow afternoon, this first primary band of moisture that'll exit, that'll start moving to the east of the Cascades, but then we're going to watch this secondary band, which on some of the latest model runs has re-intensified a little bit. So this will also pose a risk for some very heavy rainfall and snowfall, with snow levels mainly being above 3,000 feet. And this will continue right into southern portions of Siskiyou County, which are just going to get absolutely pounded with rainfall and snowfall over the next 48 hours. So here's some of these snow water equivalents we'll have in Siskiyou County through Tuesday night. And it's very easy to tell who the winner is going to be. It's going to be the Mount Shasta City areas. We can have upwards of 3 to 3.5 inches of water. So we're already in a pretty good position when it comes to the drought in Siskiyou County. And so that problem, it's not even really a problem, but that issue is only going to get exacerbated. We're going to have such a surplus of water down there, which again is a very good problem to have. Snow levels staying pretty consistently around 3,000 feet over the next 48 hours. So those impacts are going to be, of course, maximized above 3,000 feet, but specifically for the Mount Shasta City area, we're staring down the barrel of maybe 2 to 3 feet of snow through Tuesday night. So I think California 89, Interstate 5, and portions of US 97 in Siskiyou County are going to get snowed in and snowed over. And then even for Siskiyou Summit, we'll have maybe 12 to 18 inches of snow, maybe 3 to 4 inches of snow in Oregon 140 for the east side. And some of this could be heavy blowing snow because those winds could gust upwards of 50 to 80 miles per hour from this afternoon through tomorrow evening, with some of those fastest wind gusts being in the Shasta Valley. So a lot of rain, a lot of winds, a lot of snow, a lot of big time impacts we're going to have for today and tomorrow. So for today, winds picking up, rain and snow coverage picking up, and overnight it is going to be zero fun outside, and travel is also going to be zero fun. And we will dry out a little bit in a Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Actually, a nice stretch of days we'll have for those 3 particular days, but then tracking some more moderate to high impacts on Saturday and Sunday with the storm system that we'll put more attention into when we actually cross that bridge. But first, your 7-day forecast for the coast: wet and cool over the next 7 days. Remember, we have that high wind warning that's in place for the coast from this afternoon until tomorrow. And then for Siskiyou County, big time impacts, especially for south central Siskiyou County. The Mount Shasta area, Azalea, McLeod, all likely going to get snowed in. And then for the east side, we're looking at maybe 3 to 4 inches for Oregon 140, but that's maybe a bit of a conservative estimate, so that is subject to change. Then for the Cascades and Siskiyous, continuing to add to the snowpack over the next 7 days. Travel also not recommended there. And then for the Rogue Valley, very windy, very wet over the next couple of days. We still have that wind advisory in place for the Rogue Valley for today and tomorrow, and then getting a little break for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
And just based on the temperatures outside right now in the Rogue Valley, it's kind of hard to believe that that's just a chance of showers, because I would think that if we saw any precipitation, it would probably be snow. It's freezing outside. It feels like it is. Is that going to change? Or are we still looking like we're going to stay relatively snow-free over the next 48 hours?
It's always hard to tell because whenever you get very heavy rainfall, that can sometimes tend to drag snow levels down. So right now we're forecasting for snow levels to be right around 3,000 feet pretty consistently, but there's definitely a margin for error there. So in the Rogue Valley, don't bank on snowfall, just bank on it being wet and windy. But if you see some snow mixing in, don't be too surprised.
Okay, not a fun day ahead for anybody.
I don't think so.
Great. Thank you, Josh.
Of course.